Thanks, Mike, for that very kind introduction. I tell you, NAFCU is blessed to have an incredible board of directors that is focused solely on our members and your association. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to thank them for the tremendous opportunity to lead NAFCU into its next phase. Though we face many challenges, I am ready. I must also thank Fred Berger, the best association executive in all of Washington, D.C. Well, Fred, you have led NAFCU for an amazing over 13 years. And I've worked for you for 8 of those years, learning from you and admiring your many, many accomplishments. You are a mentor and a friend, and I thank you for hiring me all those many moons ago. And I wish you much happiness in your retirement, sir. I must also thank my wife, Amy, of 22 years, as well as the beacon in my life, my beautiful 9-year-old daughter, Shelby, for their love and support. I love you both. Speaking of love and support, everybody knows that NAFCU has the best staff. We have an absolutely incredible staff at NAFCU, and those are the men and women that make NAFCU a success. Whether it's the award-winning legislative and regulatory lobbyists and or economists helping our members through the financial crisis and Dodd-Frank and all the mess that came with that, or a nationally acclaimed compliance assistance team who will continue to help you deal with the rules that are being thrown at you by the CFPB, the NCUA, and all the alphabet soup agencies that are in Washington, D.C. Or the education staff, bringing you the best conferences like this one, as well as compliance training and strategies on how to grow your credit union. Or our communications and marketing team, who keep you in the loop with all that NAFCU does, as well as bring you the important credit union news every morning. Of course, there's our membership staff, who are always quick to answer your questions. And then there's our IT, our finance folks, and our resources folks, all the people who put it all together for us to make sure it always works. Those are the puppet masters and the men and women behind the curtain at NAFCU. And then there's a team at NAFCU Services who are always looking for the best partner with the latest innovation and the most effective solution to help your credit union stay competitive. From top to bottom, my colleagues at NAFCU wake up every day looking for ways not only to help you survive the economic crisis, but to grow and thrive. I know some of our brothers and sisters are still struggling, and we will be there to help them. But despite the ongoing challenges, it's still a great time to be a credit union. And why do I say that? I'll tell you why. When Wall Street, with all its greed and hocus-pocus accounting and outright fraud, turned its back on the American economy, credit unions were there. When the big banks, with their subprime junk, stopped lending to small businesses and the American consumer, credit unions were there. And when the predatory payday lenders were stalking the most vulnerable among us, credit unions were there. It is a great time to be a credit union. It's our time. The American consumers not only want us, they need us. And if we remain true to our mission of helping working men and women become financially strong, it will remain a great time to be a credit union. My colleagues at NAFCU and I are ready to take your association to the next level. And most importantly, we'll continue to be here to serve you and your institutions. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we plan to do that. First, we will continue to manage your association in a frugal, cost-effective manner. My dad's side of the family is Pennsylvania Dutch, and if you know anything about us, we are cheap cheap, cheap. In fact, my Pennsylvania Dutch grandfather used to jokingly ask, "Do you know how copper wire was invented?" And he'd always laughingly answer, "Two Pennsylvania Dutchmen fighting over a penny." We will be efficient, effective, and financially prudent with your association. Of course, we'll also continue Fred's legacy as serving as the industry watchdog on NCUA's budget, keeping an eye on what they're doing and how it affects you, the credit unions who foot the bill. They will always be reminded, Carrie Hunt is really good at this, they will always be reminded their money is your money. Second, speaking of NCUA, I will continue to serve as your chief advocate when presenting our agenda to the NCUA, the CFPB, key lawmakers in Congress, as well as the White House. We want to make sure the CFPB and the legislators remember that credit unions didn't cause the crisis. And we will fight to allow you to be able to continue to be there for your members. But in order for that to work, credit unions can't be stifled by regulation that was really meant for someone else. At NAFCU, we will continue to push for regulatory relief, and I will be out front in that effort. And of course, we will remain the leader in fighting for your tax exemption. Third, we're going to be taking NAFCU to the next level when it comes to our education and training programs. Everyone knows that we have the best compliance assistance and training around. We will also want to be your source of training for your finance, marketing, and technology areas, as well as for your management and leadership development. We are working to expand those areas and be your resource when you're looking at strategies for growing your credit union and training your staff. Toward that end, we're investing in technology, including a new state-of-the-art learning management system that will allow us to provide you with more and better education and online training. We're upgrading our webcast studio and moving to high-def broadcasting. We're stepping up to make sure we can deliver you the best products and services possible and deliver it all in the most cost-effective manner possible. Investing in technology is investing in the future, your future, the members of NAFCU. Above all, I promise you this, and this comes from Fred Berger, NAFCU will continue to have a relentless focus on our members. You are job one. From the smallest member to the largest, we're here for you. You have direct access to me and to the NAFCU staff, and as always, we're only a phone call or email away. What the staff does know is that Fred's an early riser. I am too. So they're not going to get off the hook in all those little email comments you saw in the video. As we look to the future, we'll keep our eyes open for the opportunities and ways to move our industry forward together. I am confident in NAFCU's place as a well-respected, highly effective association that gets things done. I plan to build on our reputation for advocacy, education, and advancement. Remember, it's a great time to be a credit union. On behalf of the NAFCU board, the staff, Fred, and of course myself, thank you so much for being here in Boston, and thank you for being a NAFCU member. God bless.